Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to part 22 of my Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair Let's Play. In the last episode, we had, in my opinion at least, one of the most shocking moments, if not the most shocking moments of the game so far, which was Nagato's dead. That happened. Wasn't expecting that. So, in this episode we are going to be getting into the investigation of his death, find out what happened, come up with some theories, yada yada yada. You guys know the drill. Let's get into it and see what happens. Alright, well. Yes. This is, I mean, I knew what to expect, but it's still quite shocking when you get into it. Let's check out the body here. I never expected Nagato to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. I would say a lot of the times, actually. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. And there's quite a bit to investigate. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Well, of course, first thing that catches my eye is the spear, which obviously came from the castle, the one that was missing. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagato's stomach. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange-looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it.
Phew!
I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Wait, didn't Sonia say something about that? Like, that's how I found it weird that she knew exactly how that thing worked. Oh god, please don't be Sonia. And then there was, I was thinking too, like, I was suspicious of her in the last episode, and I'm wondering if doing further investigations is going to either ease my mind or just make my suspicions even more, just stronger, I guess. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely just came up with that now.
Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What?
What? Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice. Damn you all to hell. I see, even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Alright, well, in that case, he wasn't the one who put that thing about the password to the vault. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, it looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Alright, so obviously we're going to be going back to Nezumi Castle. So, I mean, I did mention the last episode about how, for a split second, I thought maybe this could be a suicide, but the more I'm looking at it... But he said the whole thing, right, about, I'll do this even if it costs me my life. So that part, I can't help but wonder, maybe if he knew that this was going to happen? Nagato's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be the result of the fire? Like, I'm wondering because I'm trying to think. Sorry, I'm interrupting every 5 seconds, but I'm just like having thoughts pop in my head and I've got to like word vomit it out. I'm wondering if he set it up so, I'm just thinking of like, he wouldn't be able to tie himself up, but if it was like, if he planned it ahead of time for it to be able to kill him, like once the fire said, it would set off like a, what are those things called? Like a, the machines, you know, the ones that are like, go on their own. I'll have the word up somewhere, but like I wonder if he set something up so it would be able to he'd be able to like kill himself somehow by using some sort of like contraption, but then how would he be able to tie himself up? I don't know. But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Alright. And as the case with investigations, lots of questions, very few answers. But we are just starting, so... There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere.
Super difficult.
There's something strange. Strange? What?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from where his left arm was sliced, but... Doesn't the hand splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely... Oh, maybe he see? Maybe he was holding the spear, and that's why that part of the rope doesn't have the blood splatter, and that part of his hand doesn't have the blood splatter is because he was holding it himself. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else that's strange. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand...
Well?
Oh, here there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right, why is it only on this part?
See?
It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Okay, it's not a competition, Chiaki. Yeah, sure, you win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Oh my god, I feel like this one is gonna be really hard. But you know what? People were saying that the Funhouse one was gonna be tricky, and there were definitely aspects of it I had trouble with, but in the end I got through relatively okay, so hopefully I'll get okay with this one too. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
Like, whatever it is, I was gonna say, like, exactly what Fuyuhiko said, you know? This seems like more than just, I just want to kill him and get it over with. Like, this, obviously, there was a lot of emotion behind it. At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him, and it's probably going to, like, because Akane was the most, like, emotionally, like, showed her anger at him the most, it's gonna fall on her, but I feel like for that reason it's not going to be her. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? Well, it's like they said, yeah, like, the middle part is the killing blow, but it would be unnecessary to have all those slice wounds all over him. If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagito.
Damn it!
Well, I mean, that doesn't really rule any of us out. We all had some sort of grudge toward him. Refusing to let him die easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Like, knowing Nagito, like, he could troll us from the afterlife and he somehow did this to himself and is gonna make it look like someone else did it, but I'm just like, I just keep going, I jump back and forth between did he do this himself and how is that possible? He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth was covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichimi and squatted down next to Nagito's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off of his mouth. So, like, I know that she talks about playing a lot of, like, murder mystery games and stuff, but just the fact that she's so calm, I'm just like, did she do it, maybe? It has to be someone who, like, knew about Nagito's plan, because they knew about the video he was gonna make. They knew about the whole thing with, like, the truck in the factory, They knew, like, they were gonna have, I just don't know, like, Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey, hey, hey!
Putting the tape back on isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. Hey, I might think Chiaki maybe might have something to do with this, but don't call her swine, Kazuichi. I still hate you the most. The blood on Nagito's face, it looked like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case...
Man...
It's no use. She's not listening.
Hey, hey.
Nobody listens to you, Kazuichi. Hey, about the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Well,
This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth underneath the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is there something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue. I should remember it. Oh god, that is pretty terrifying. It's weird to see him in any kind of, like, usually he's either, like, perfectly calm look on his face or, like, maniacally laughing and have, like, a weird smile, but to see him in, like, this is kind of disturbing. Alright, so, is there anything else? So I think I've checked everything. Oh, there's still some things. Okay. The spear, I think I've checked out. The left hand, I checked out. Face, yes. Spear, feet. What am I missing here? Oh, yeah, that's a pretty important part. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from the military base. Yeah, and Sonia was just acting so strange before all this happened, too. I hate that I'm like, my two biggest suspects are my two best girls. Like, that really upsets me. Military base? Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand,
it cannot be.
and then they finished him off with the spear.
How cruel.
Then does this mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use the spear, huh? I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Yeah, this is definitely the worst one of all. Like, I think of all of the body discoveries in, like, the two games I've played, I think this might be, like, the most upsetting. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. I wonder if that's a shot at the player being like, yeah, you're investigating high school students' murders and you're doing this for fun, you are a strange one. Alright, let's check this thing out here. Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey. No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead. Is this one of those life-size plushies that was being produced at this factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too.
Hey!
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading.
What the heck?
What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why did he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you
I
saying?
had nothing to do with that. Huh?
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monami, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end.
I can't lose.
I will definitely take back the seat of the world supremacy from Monokuma. Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? So, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. It is gonna be so weird doing this murder investigation without Nagito. See, that was another weird thing in the last episode that, like, Sonia seemed to know exactly where, like, the fire extinguishers would be. I think she was the one who said that they were in the break room, and she said she'd been in the break room before, and that and when they threw them, they did nothing to help. So I'm wondering if she went and she switched stuff out in it. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... like, she did that intentionally. Was she the one who told us to throw them over by the curtain intentionally so that it would, like... I'm wondering if by burning the curtain, it, like, activated whatever the setup was for the spear. Maybe the spear was set up so, like, once the curtain burned enough, or it burned something there, that it would release the mechanism and then the spear would go through the body? I don't know. I have so many feelings and ideas about this one. They weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Well, the fact that he says it's not that strange means it probably is. Alright, well, let's talk to everybody. It mattered for Gundam's killing, and for Mikon's. But it looks like it's different this time. What about it? What about Teru Teru, and Mahiru, and Ibuki, and Hyoko? No mention of them? It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? So... the time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's time. It's 12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. Oh, snap! So maybe what I said is true. Maybe the fire activated whatever, you know, if, like, it looked like there were the rope burns and stuff, so maybe that's what it was. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago... oh, that's right. It said it was going to go off at 12 o'clock, so we were over by where the bombs were, so never mind. That doesn't coincide with it. So but it goes back to the whole thing where it's like... Who other than Nagito would know exactly where Nagito was? So maybe Nagito did kill himself, because I'm like, we were all over trying to figure out the whole bomb situation. No, Sonia, right? I don't think Sonia came in... Did she come in before or after it happened? Because she said she was just going to hang out over by the military base. I don't know. You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
All right!
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup, yes! Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare.
All right!
Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. Oh crap, Sonia. But because they're saying that, maybe that absolves her.
Huh?
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. Oh, never mind, it's not just Sonia. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. So once again, this could be Nagito intentionally knowing that we would have split up to look for the bombs to cover more ground, and he was counting on that. I still can't seem to get out of my head that he did this himself. It would be such a Nagito thing to do. I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen?
Huh?
What's gonna happen?
That's obviously
This rotten
wrong.
school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. Well, now that I think about it, maybe that doesn't mean that we're gonna go home. Maybe it just means like the whole island's gonna blow up and we're all gonna die, and that's the end of the school trip. Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey,
What do you mean, something?
shut up!
He's
Shut
making
up!
us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
You...
Then don't bring up strange stuff like that. Oh, alright. Well, let's talk to Chiaki first, see if she has any more insights. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads it activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
see?
Oh, I think my theory might be a little bit more, relevant than I thought. Can you see that red streak? Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood. The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Alright, I'll reluctantly talk to Kazuichi. I don't think he's gonna provide us any important information here. One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. Yeah, very insightful.
So just as I thought.
If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial, then we can think about what will happen after. Alright, is there anything? I thought that looked like blood on the bottom there, but oh, a lighter. Let's check that out. It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. The oil lighter was placed here.
Just kidding.
An oil lighter? Someone probably wants to keep warm.
Bring it on.
Is a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. Oh, the fact she knows so much about,
which
like,
means
the weapon and this and the military stuff, and she knew that the bomb wasn't actually a bomb. So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
you are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. They caused a fire to destroy evidence? It's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... I guess it's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him up with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was that reason? It's like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. Alrighty. Oh, can't investigate the curtain, I guess? Alright. Bleh, so many things. I have a feeling this is going to be a long investigation. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall... They should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is... Oh, someone was blocking in the door with them. Forgot all about that. So that's what, okay, that's what set off the fire, is by when we knocked over the door, it knocked over all the Monokuma things like dominoes, and they must have hit the lighter, and that's what set off the fire. Yep, that's it. Okay. Could it be, was that it?
Well?
And there's something else I've been wondering.
Hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Okay, so if that's the case, how was the killer able to get out? Yet another reason why I think maybe it might be Nagato who set this up. Compared to the others tipped over panels, I apologize if I keep going on about this. It's probably a really stupid thing for me to say, but I just can't seem to get out of my head. No matter how impossible it might seem.
So...
Isn't this clearly strange? Strange, that means we can speculate this was done unintentionally. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it, and there was the music. But why is this here?
Maybe...
It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? If it was Nagato, it was just for... it was for effect. Okay, what else do we have here? Alright, can I go? Oh, still areas, of course. Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagato's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Yeah, so Hajime is suspicious of her too. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagato set in the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Huh? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? Oh, I really hope I hope the fact that, that she's being suspected of this early on means it's not her. Or it could just be a twist where it's like, okay, we can absolve her of, you know, of suspicion, and then it turns out that it's actually true. It's alright, it's not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were a fake? Well, that's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my!
Oh my.
It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It's a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Oh my god, Jesus shit, you son of a bitch. Wow. Language girl. Sonia?
I am sorry!
I am terribly sorry. I was panicking. Oh my god, maybe she's, oh, which character was it in the first one that was all like, you know, prim and oh, was it Celeste, where she's like kind of hiding like that dark part of her and she's hiding it behind a facade? I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh?
Well?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagato planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. See, my thing is, why wouldn't she just tell... who was it? Was it Fuyuhiko who was searching that island? Why wouldn't she just tell him when he was on his way there, hey, check the military base? Because you were searching for them. You were late when we all gathered.
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagato brought from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. Whoa. What?
I see.
I thought one of the
see.
bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. Man, she's obsessed with that ruin, isn't she?
However,
However,
that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display.
And there's Monami in the back watching.
God damn it, all to hell!
Oh, I love this.
See. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Mommy
Yep.
as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe the bombs he set were real as well. Oh, I'm just cracking up at Kazuichi just be like, blah! If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything. I really hope you have.
Do you have a minute?
I hate that I keep suspecting you. There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. Once again, I hope so. You're right. I got it. Okay, I've pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am. The fact you don't is a little weird.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well. She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentions, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. Oh my god, wow. I knew this was going to be a long one. I'll see if I can cram it all into one episode. It might have to be stretched out into two, though. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Hey, you guys, isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas, too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree.
see.
I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea.
Huh?
But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay? There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, no one can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. I wonder if I do have to, like, physically explore each one, or if people are going to tackle... I don't think so. I think I've got to do it all myself. Alrighty. Alright, well, obviously, let's start with the factory. Okay, so factory, military base, castle, Nagito's room. Okay, definitely want to check out the break room, though. Because that's, barely even got a look in there. We basically went in, grabbed the fire stuff, and we left. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. Oh, Jesus. Hi! Hi! So she's keeping a close eye on me to make sure that I don't see anything that she doesn't want me to see.
My!
I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into. However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
Do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
All right!
I want her to be again, like, God damn it! Shit! I just want her to go off randomly like that. That was fantastic when she did it. Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly mess with them?
Easy as pie!
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop! There's no bomb.
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You are right.
However...
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
Who knows?
I wonder. Well, who said it in the... I think in the last episode that he would be able to get it from the Octagon. If I'm going to give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait!
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No!
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was going to happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved. But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon.
Well
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Okay, there's also the laptop we could check out. It reminds me, when we saw Nagito's video message on this laptop... Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's one thing I don't get. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right, besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use, it's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Alright, on to the break room. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. Oh, alright, well, shut that down. Okay, so, not much from here, so let's go check out the military base next.
Man.
Damn it, this dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening.
Hey!
Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who could do that. Alright, first things first, the bomb should be here, right? A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck bed.
Whoa!
Found it. What did you find?
Huh?
Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like... a survival knife? Wait, that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
Maybe...
Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
All right!
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. Sonia. That's everyone, though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. Oh god, please let it be Kazuichi. I know the chances of him being the killer are super low, but... girl can dream. When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty, nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However...
Oh, well that's a relief at least. But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video message. So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. he knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. Ugh, and we still don't know who the traitor is, which is so frustrating. If the bombs were fake, this might be fake too. But I'm not brave enough to check for myself. It's that dreadful helicopter, the one that executed Teru Teru. Doesn't have anything to do with the incident. Alright, is that it for that too? Oh! Dad! I found it! I forgot about looking for those things.
I knew you could do it.
I feel like it's a little late in the game now to do that. Like, I don't know if I'm really gonna be able to use those coins for anything, but, okay, cool. Speaking of which, maybe I should check and, get my stuff ready, like, check out the, whatchamacallit, the special skills for the class trial. Let's see. Guess I'll go with, Charisma. Increases influence gauge recovery when correct answers are chosen. Sure, let's go with that. Alright, so there we go. So that's pretty much all I can do in terms of, getting more skills. So hopefully I picked a good one there. Anywho, we are moving on to the castle. We'll go to the castle next.
Yo.
Look at that wall of spears. I guess it's obvious where the weapon came from. Yeah, it is pretty obvious. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. Spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. Same whip-like core is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with the knife, and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this with the unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose this spear for a reason. What could the reason be? Uh-oh, I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. It's probably why I feel this way. Wonder if he's gonna say something like, when we had Nagito with us, you know, he would always help us out. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. Yeah, as if Nagito is trying to make us suffer even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. I am still curious about this whole thing about the scratched out, I mean, it's like Monokuma said, he's never been inside the castle, so does he know that this is even here? Nagito was the only one who found out the password written here, and he apparently went inside, but now that he's dead, are we unable to get the password? Maybe Sonia tortured him because she's so obsessed with getting inside that ruin, and for her it's not about the traitor, it's like, I want the password to get in there, give me the password. No, we should deal with that later. Right now, investigating the case comes first. Oh, well, there we go. Looks like I've got a little welcoming party here.
Hajime.
Oh, Hajime.
What's this?
Oh my, you want to go inside Nagito's room too?
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. Ugh. I didn't do that.
Boy!
Then
the
do it.
crowd.
It's sweet because it's made of black bean paste. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine.
I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Loose! Bye-bye!
See? I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Yeah, you're right. Oh, there's Monomi's. There's her thing with the treasure. So Nagito is living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Oh, there's another one.
No.
Sweet. Alright. Man, why does this place seem a little bit nicer than mine somehow? Do I have a fridge in my cottage? I don't think I do. There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talk with Chiaki, I open the refrigerator out of curiosity. Monokuma's special poison for poisoning use only. There isn't really much inside except for this gigantic bottle of poison. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink. Oh, right, he got that from the Octagon, too. I was thinking, like, where did he get a refrigerator from? But they had the whole, like, thing of them, and they had the poison there, too. Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Okay, it says it, like, right on the front. I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yeah, looks like it's poison. Poison? Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it. Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Oh. Vaporized. I wonder if there's something to do with the fire or whatever. Okay, maybe. Maybe. So some of the poison might have been put into that room knowing it was going to get set on fire, and then once, you know, the fire activates it, becomes a gas. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and it's susceptible to hydrolysis? So it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too. Apply to the bomb?
see?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere in his body during the last class trial. I don't know how he managed to get the refrigerator from here without anyone noticing, though. Like, I don't know where else he could get it from. Maybe the supermarket, but I'm like, why would no one else bring a fridge to their cottage too? He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison? Huh?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Oh, that's a little scary to think about. Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? Alright, enough about that. Let's get to this thing here. This I am real interested in. I wonder if it's got the secret, the password to the vault in there. A fancy-looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Oh, could this be... Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Perhaps.
That treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this? Oh, how do you know about it, Chiaki?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. I wonder maybe if she did know about it, she just caught herself and just kind of corrected herself. This looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know. If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. I turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. Oh, the good old days. What is this? A diary? Looks like it. Did Monomi write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because nobody believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing.
Stop it!
Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook. Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand. I'm trying to think of why he would react like that, because he did try to go into the funhouse, didn't he? And then Chiaki stopped him.
I won't forgive you!
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Geez, that was close. If I'd come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief?
No!
Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
Hey, that notebook. It's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way.
Ta-da!
That's right. This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey!
Hey, you're a liar.
Ooh,
You always show up out of nowhere.
why you?
Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write. Huh? Well, what are you saying? Geez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong!
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands.
Phew.
Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way, too. Oh, snap, so it was someone else.
What?
Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey!
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? Huh? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? Okay, now there's another thing I have to like. You still don't know what's going on with the trader. Still got the vault. We've got this thing now. I'm just like, oh my gosh. If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye!
Excuse me. Hold on. Damn it, she totally ran away again.
Yep.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to get answers from her. Oh, maybe it was Chiaki. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. I'm wondering, because it said, like, my first time meeting everyone today. I was like, it could be Monami. Maybe it's the traitor. And now that I think about it, like, the only person other than, like, Monokuma or maybe Monami who would know about me trying to get into the dead room was Chiaki, because she's the one who stopped me. And then there was a whole thing about her seeing the box, and she kind of was like, oh, that box. Like, she's seen it before. Same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so there's something else here that I'm missing. There's a lot of things that I'm missing, apparently. I don't think we have a... Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I have a bookshelf either. I'm like, damn, he brought a lot of things to his cottage. There's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to books, there's a bunch of random crap stuffed on the shelf. It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey.
Let's just leave it for later. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Well, we should still check it, just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... There's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What is this? Oh, this has gotta be for the poison, right? It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? Gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for?
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. I found his porn! I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag, and there's a small piece of paper on the floor. I'm wondering the fact that she's like, is there something else there? Does she know somehow? A piece of paper made of blue aluminum? A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait.
Who knows? It might be too soon to decide that. Maybe he put some poison. Oh no, the poison's a liquid, it's not like a powder. So I was like, maybe he put it in that thing as like a little time release bomb, but... what else is there? Okay, so I'm not done checking yet. Maybe I can check the treasure box again. Maybe talk to Chiaki? Our time for investigating is winding down.
So...
The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining other areas first. Alright. There's something way... Okay, the shower room. Alright. Maybe the bookcase again? The genres and types of items are so random, I can't make any sense of them whatsoever.
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they now? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Thanks, Chiaki. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff here. Well, that might be true, but...
See?
So, I'll leave this shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. Alright, let's check it out. I sighed and walked towards the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, they were still just a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Oh, I forgot he had that, huh? I forgot about that! There's so many things going on in this game at once, it's hard to keep track of it all. Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal. Indeed, it's a school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Oh my god, I get to find out more about myself! Nagato said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? Oh, but then he said something about like, oh, of course it wasn't just Hajime's information. If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies, too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. This really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? Oh my god, this is kind of like the fifth, because this is when everyone else found out about their, like, their past as well. Just like, yeah. As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuihiko, Akane, and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them, too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie, too. I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so on. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Aw, why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Well, I just found the strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but... Oh, what's this?
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami.
Oh, snap! Oh my god, is this like the last one too, where there's a secret 16th student hiding among the islands somewhere and they're the actual killer? What?
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Or is this a thing of like, you know, someone stole someone's identity? Was Byakuya not really Byakuya and Nagito wasn't really Nagito? I don't know, this is crazy. Whoa. What is going on? So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be the traitor? Or maybe Byakuya wasn't there at all? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. Oh... He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island. And it was weird how different he looked from his actual self, that he put on all that weight, so... I'm like, maybe Byakuya is like the secret 16th student somehow, and I don't know. No matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life...
Too bad!
It's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. A different reason?
You're getting all riled up!
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. What? You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You'd know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. Oh, and suddenly I came across a page that was filled with question marks. The ultimate imposter! Oh snap. Oh snap. This is like the last one. Someone is impersonating, I'm guessing Byakuya? Or Nagito, maybe. I don't know. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter? Oh. That's that Byakuya's true identity. True identity. He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. Snap. Oh my god. A fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown, and yet he says his. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent, though I'm not jealous of that at all. It really sounds like when Junko was impersonating her sister. I can't remember what her name was. Or her sister was impersonating her, I should say. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
so cool.
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. Well, I mean, he fooled me. Then he was lying to us the whole time?
But still.
But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. Oh, I'm wondering if she's maybe a little jealous of me because I don't have an ultimate talent. I can just basically be who I want. Because Hajime, he's a reserve student, he doesn't have an ultimate, he can be whoever he wants to be, he can do what he wants to do, where everyone else is kind of stuck in their path in life. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the ultimates, your life might be a little more liberating. Ah, there we go. What the hell? Anyway, I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
That's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. He really did do a good, impression of him. I have to, man, I'm still trying to get over this. This is crazy. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on that context, if I had to guess...
No!
Maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud? But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it would be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Phew!
The Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course!
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey!
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Correct!
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably. Damn, that was quite the revelation. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Oh, time's up. Investigation over. Moving on to the trial, last trial. Time's up. Wait.
Bye-bye!
Excuse me for a moment. Oh my god. That chime just now.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
Oh, it's like he intentionally put that there knowing that we would waste our time with it. The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial?
Yep.
I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seems anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on that time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still...
But I can't imagine that's the real end. Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
Well...
But still, it's also not a good thing to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. Class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still...
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. If we do that, things will turn out fine. I think. Alright, moment of truth, the last one. I can't believe that this is coming to an end soon, man. Oh, there's so few people.
Damn right.
Oh, because like the last time we were actually outside of this, it wasn't for the last one, it was for the one before that. So I'm just like, oh, there's like... There's so few people less than it was the last time we were here. Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people? I like how Kazuichi said the same thing, like he can't believe how few people there are as well.
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed.
Stupid fool!
So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. We can really go home after we deal with this class trial.
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops. What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island. Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll beat you up!
Damn right, stupid rabbits, just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I have finally realized, after losing my powers. I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it, in order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You...
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial. Fine.
But still,
Somehow, I understand what Monokuma... sorry, not Monokuma. What Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going. To the last class trial.
yep.
You're right, we need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself, over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
This elevator ride, this'll be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us were able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. Oh, it's gonna be so weird doing a class trial without him. It's like, as annoying as he also was really good at, you know, helping out. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he is gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair?
Well now.
Well then, now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough, just fucking start this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end. You do realize that the end can be a bad thing too, right?
Now then.
Let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komeida, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he became a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us, too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but... There's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. Oh my god. Oh, Chiaki's the only one left standing on that one. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun.